feature in PowerShell v3. It's a little bit hard. I've been spending a lot of time with the workflow stuff, and I think that brings a new dimension to PowerShell. V1 focused a little bit on, or a lot on just basic scripting. V2 produced more production scripting and certainly remoting. V3 with workflow brings sort of a layer of reliability and robustness on top of the scripting that we built in V2. So since I spent a lot of time working on it, it is, I guess, my favorite feature. In terms of what's missing, there's a spectrum of things that we're missing in a bunch of different dimensions. There's still a lot we can do to help the novice person both write PowerShell, but also to use PowerShell. So people should be able to create scripts that other people can use very easily. And things like PowerGUI do a great job of that. We don't do such a good job of it. In V3, we're doing a lot of work around jobs. So now people are not dealing with a single script or a single thread of execution. They're dealing with hundreds and maybe thousands. And so tools for doing job management, I think, are going to be very, very important. And the other thing is that people are starting to write bigger scripts. And so we need to do some work to help them write bigger scripts. Modules help. But there's still a number of characteristics that come out of the fact that PowerShell's background is a shell that make it difficult to write really large programs in PowerShell. And so Jason alluded to a little bit in his talk earlier today that we're looking at what we can do to make PowerShell much more like a programming language that can produce applications. And that kind of segues right into the evolution of PowerShell. Because those are the dimensions that I think we really need to focus on going forward, and where we need the input from the community is to tell us where we're wrong as much as anything. So it's wonderful to hear that people like a particular feature. It's much more useful for us to hear that either we're missing something or we're doing something wrong, and we take that feedback very seriously. A really good example is that the whole workflow model, the whole user experience around workflow has radically changed since the MVP Summit, based pretty much entirely on feedback coming back from the MVPs. And so, feedback through Connect or through user groups is really, really important. And the community, again, the user groups are a really good way of gathering that information and bringing it back to the product team, because we're doing this for it's fun. We're doing it because it's a lot of fun, but really at the end of the day, we're a business, and we need to be satisfying the end user's needs. So that's really what I see. The value. It really is a community-driven product. If we don't have that community input, then it becomes a sort of academic research effort, and that's really not what we are interested in doing.
Thank you, Bruce.